I tried to warn you. I tried to warn you. You know, this episode of Rent a Girlfriend, episode 10, I gotta say this. Sumi is a goddess. I fell in love with Sumi since day freaking one. Since day one. As a Sumi fan, you can't put her on the bottom. She is number one of all time in the Rent a Girlfriend series. She is number one. All hail Sumi. In fact, I've been a Sumi fan. Like, I went over the top. I mean, look at this. From the keychains, from the bunny figure, from the artistic stand. Hell. I even have a freaking deck. Let me fix my cards up. I even have a deck of Sumi cards. Whoever played White Swords, look at this. See this deck here? This is an entire Sumi deck. And I love this character. From a shy girl to developing, either way, she's been in peer. Here's the thing about Sumi. Fun fact, I'm gonna put this on a high note. Sumi Sakurasara has been in more episodes than Mommy has in her entire career. That is a fact. You can't ignore that. Guys, this is why I like Rent a Girlfriend, because of her. Now, last week was a sad episode, and I said it before and I'll say it again. This is why we watch Rent a Girlfriend, for the moments. And last week was a moment. And for all y'all who said y'all didn't cry over that one, shame on you. For those of y'all who don't have a heart, shame on you. I have a heart. But if y'all don't have a heart over last week's episode, y'all's full of crap. Now, this episode of Rent a Girlfriend, I like to dedicate this episode to one of our favorite, if not the best girls out there. Better than Ruka, better than Mami, better than Chizu, better than Mini. This girl, you talking about the best development girl of all time? This girl right here. So, to all you Sumi fans out there, let us sit down and talk about this episode in our Season 3, Episode 10 review of Rent a Girlfriend. Now, last week was a sad episode. And Kazuya felt like he needs some guidance, something to get some advice. And what's the one person that he looked up? What's the one person he decided to talk to? Not Ruka, not even bitch ass Mommy, not even their friends. All hail the queen. Sumi is back, and bolder and more grower than ever. You know, I mean, she showed up some funny moments. Like the moment she fell on a rock, she got up, all happy and everything. Like she grown a lot. Not nervousing too much, and she has stepped up as a effing character, y'all. I'm not even kidding. Now, when Kazuya told about Chizu's grandma, she started crying. And, you know, Kazuya is telling Sumi about, like, what can I do? Because she put on that Rent a Girlfriend face, you know, what can I do to cheer her up? There's, you know, nothing. Now, Sumi and Chizuru, they know each other. So that's why Kazuya asked her for advice. But leave it to Sumi putting on so much bolder expression. She is so effing cute. She is so cute. Like, come on. How can you not ignore the smile? How can you not ignore this? Like, look at her. Look at her. Adorable. I mean, she drinking an entire cup of tea and just walking fast and decided, like, we're going to be friends. I know you pay me for the date, but we're going to be as friends. This time we're going to be as friends. And Kazuya is still Kazuya. You know what I mean? But it was just so adorable in Sumi expressions. Both happy, both exciting. You know, it was so effing great. Now, she may not have the long, she may not, now here's the thing though. I get it. Y'all don't like Sumi because she may not have the longest of longest dialogues. I get all of that. She may not have it. But she's developing through texting words and writing on the sand to tell how she feels. This is why Sumi is so elegant. This is why she's so freaking elegant. And I got breaking news to tell y'all. And I'm going to tell you this when I told my friends this. Sumi is locked horns in of all the top 5 waifus of all time. I got her locked in as in my top 5 waifus. I don't have, it's like I don't have, like, she's locked in about one. I'm not one. I'll put it like she's 3 or 4. But still, I have her locked in as one of my top 5 greatest waifus of all time. Of all time. Like, for real. Now, Sumi, confident as ever. She's no talk. She's like, we're going to the beach. We're going to the effing beach. And yeah, in this episode we did have some screenshots of Sumi little panty shots. She's walking towards the stairs, you know. And it's that when I got to the tower, I love this moment where Sumi decided to scream, but she's like, yeah, oh, like, I love it. I freaking love it. Oh, I get adorable every time, guys. Every time I see a Sumi episode or a Sumi moment, she brings the smile to everybody. She brings a smile to everyone in the Rent-A-Girlfriend franchise. She could bring a famous YouTuber and it's just like, look at her. You'll be like, oh, she will make you smile. And to all you Sumi fans out there, she is that adorable. She's the queen, for God's sake. Our goddess. Matter of fact, I won't even say queen. That's a little too goddess. She's an effing goddess. She is the life savior to Kazuya. Like, if Kazuya's in the jam, you call her. And I feel like we all should do the same when we look at Sumi and say, we don't know what to do. Can you help us? That's what it is. She is the ultimate lifesaver to us all. And in that moment where she took off her socks and decided to play in the ocean, you know, it was really nice. And Kazuya, it was a way for her to cheer up Kazuya, and she knows, and she's very smart. She's very smart. That Chizu is kind of like in the zone right now. Like, she doesn't feel like any pressure. Because remember, she's in that state, guys. You got to understand, Chizu is still in that state of dealing with death. And it's not anger. It's just part of denial. Like, denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. And, you know, I think she's in that first stage. Like, she don't want to admit that her grandma died. She's not opening up. But it will happen. But that's besides the point. Now, I understand Ruka, you know, feel bad for Chizu, you know, and her grandma. Chizu's grandma, that's also that. But because of Sumi's declaration of being more independent and more bolder and more developing than ever, it got Kazuya to, like, working really, really hard to work really, really hard to save up a lot of money to rent out Chizu and spend the whole day with Chizu. That's what it's going to be. Just spending the whole effing day with Chizu. Now, I did left this out. Sure, we got this little game that Sumi and Kazuya was playing in the train. Then we got that bitch-ass mommy for that little mini thing about a gameplay. But that's besides the point. The point of this episode overall was so reliable. This was a reliable episode. And I mean reliable because she saved Kazuya from depression. She is depression. I'm sorry, not she is. My bad. What I meant to say is she saved people from depression. If you are down, if you're so sad that you don't want to, like, if you need someone to talk to, this is the character you need to talk to. This is the character you really need to talk to, because Sumi is that person. She may not talk, but she'll write it on a phone. She'll use a stick to write it on the sand. She will make you happy once again. And this smile says it all. This smile says it all. And I get it. And I get it. This was the right Sumi. This is why Sumi is effing perfect. This is why. Anytime there's a Sumi episode, she will bring a light back into the series. She'll bring a spark back into Kazuya, get him motivated, get his confidence, and she's gonna do that to Chizu all the effing time. She is that reliable. Make no mistake. This is why I love this girl. This is why she's the best girl in the Rent-A-Girlfriend franchise. I kid you not. This is why. But again, this episode brought out more of Sumi in this episode. This episode gave us, showing us a lot of Sumi development. And then you look back on all the four. Sumi is the best development girl of all time in the Rent-A-Girlfriend franchise. I mean, from season 1 all the way till now. She even got her own freaking manga series, for God's sake. Rent-A-Shy Girlfriend. She even got her own effing series. Best development girl of all time. Her growth and her character is more bolder than ever. I mean, yeah, same personality-wise, but her growth as a character is building. And for all y'all out there who put her on the bottom, shame on you. She has got to be in at least 1, 2, or 3. But mostly 1. And let's stick with that. But again, overall though, this was, like I said, this was a reliable, soothing episode. The way how it tells you having a Sumi episode will equal confidence. It equals motivation. And if you need someone to talk to, go get her. Go get a plushie of her. Because this is the only thing you're going to get. Trust me. And to tell you this, when I go to Anime NYC and get a figure of Sumi, I'm getting a bunch of Sumi figures. I kid you not. But that's it. I already got her buddy figure. There's more to come. But again, this was a good episode. Now, I don't know. I think it's going to be 2 more episodes leading towards Chizu being open, which we all know that's going to happen. But like I said, this episode overall is the best episode. Anything with Sumi involved is considered the best episode. And what we got is the best episode. Best episode, best waifu. Okay, so I look forward for next week's episode of Rent-A-Girlfriend, which is going to be Kazuya renting out Chizu, and it's going to be like a deja vu of season 1 all over again. With the Chizu's actions and moments, and Kazuya, still Kazuya, it still is. So stay tuned for next week.